Hi there, friends. I love to give perspective shifts on why it's so important to look at all the pieces that matter in our wellness. And I love to use examples that are outside of directly related to nutrition to bring this closer. So let's look at a vacuum cleaner. And this happened to me as a recent experience in my life. So our vacuum cleaner, I was vacuuming the other day, and the sensor here went off and it stopped working. It shut off. So that means that something is blocked and it's not able to do its job. So the job of a vacuum is to clean our floors, right? That's the objective. That's the purpose of it. Now, because it stopped working, I could use other resources that I had, so I could sweep the floors with a broom, but I wasn't understanding how to fix the problem, and the carpets weren't getting cleaned. So I wasn't really addressing the problem. I was just putting a temporary solution on it. And then when this happens again, I don't know how to fix it. So typically I would just have my husband fix it when he got home, and I would just wait until it got clogged again and ask him to help me. But honestly, he's out of town this week, and I made an effort to say, okay, I need to figure this out for myself. So I know how to do this in the future, and I can solve the problem, right? I can look at the whole piece of what is going on. So I took the extra time and I found the manual that comes with the vacuum. I read the manual, and there was what I knew how to do initially is like, okay, so I'll take off, the basics of taking off the large bottom piece here. And then I knew that I needed to take off this top part. That was like the obvious part. This unscrews, this filter. I tried to clean that, put it back together. It still didn't work. So I did try to make the effort, but there was another piece I knew that needed to come detached for me to actually get. There was a block like right here in the machine that I couldn't access. So I knew there was another part that I was missing. So by going through the manual, understanding what was really going on in the vacuum and understanding, oh, this is the piece that I needed to remove. Once I figured that out, I was able to get right in here, pull out the extra stuff that was stuck in there, remove the block. It's all fixed. Now I can put back together the vacuum because all the parts of the whole matter here. Put the filter back on. The vacuum works beautifully. I turned it on. I was able to make it work. And now I feel so good because I understand how to solve this problem. I can do it on my own in the future if it happens again. And I am able to understand all the parts of the machine, because without that filter being able to detach, the problem was not being solved. And by taking personal responsibility, taking the extra time, the effort, the energy to learn all the mechanics, all the systems of the whole, I was able to figure out a solution that could carry me through long term, right? Now I can do this on my own. I don't have to rely on someone else to fix it for me. And I'm not putting a temporary band-aid on the solution. I'm not just using a broom to sweep the floor and then the carpets don't get done. All the pieces of our wellness play a role together. Our sleep, hydration, blood sugar by nutrition choices, our mental health, our energy, how we're taking care of ourselves, our environment, who we're letting into our energy, how we're showing up in our relationships. There's so many aspects of wellness as the whole that matter to make our machine function optimally. So if you're just putting a band-aid on the solution and solving one part of the problem, it's going to continue to carry through, and you're going to see other areas of your life start to be out of alignment because you're not really getting to the root of the problem. So because I wasn't fixing the vacuum as a whole, now my carpets were not getting cleaned. So I wasn't really resolving the problem. And then I was waiting for someone else to do it for me until I figured it out myself. So by really taking the extra time, energy, and effort, understanding all the parts of you, putting the energy into all the parts of you that really help you to show up and function for yourself as a whole, you can continue to solve these problems as new things arise or new things feel out of alignment or something breaks or something happens in your life. You know how to address it. You have the tools, you have the skills, you have your body's user manual that you can go through, process, take the time to take the pieces apart, reconfigure, clean it out, dust it out, put it back together, reset, and move forward. And that is the beauty of putting in the time, effort, and energy initially into your body as a system so it can function its best long term.